Sorry, I don't puff it with air. You're nice. We're live.
Yeah, but I still want to.
We're hot.
Yes, but I still. We're hot and we're live on a Sunday night. It's Tuesday morning.
It's Tuesday, but you know it's probably Sunday somewhere on Earth on this Monday.
All right, let me know. Oh boy, don't fall. I'm gonna have to hold this with my feet, although I don't really want to. This mic is so heavy. How does that sound?
You sound good.
Okay.
You sound great.
I'm gonna leave you with the monitors so that you can let me know if I need to do something else.
Okay. Well, I'll just I'll look at the flickering lights. I don't know what exactly I'm looking at, but yeah, I think it's working. Yours maybe is okay. I haven't heard you yet.
Howdy.
Hi.
Okay, great. I'm just gonna say screw it and leave those. If they fall.
If they fall, then they just fall. You know, they're just gonna be there.
If they fall, that'll just be part of the fun of the podcast.
Yeah, all the chaos that will come out of towels falling off of the walls.
The drama of the falling towels.
Yeah.
All right. My dad texted me if he wanted ramen.
Wanted ramen?
He's at the Walmart.
What kind of ramen?
I forgot. Oh, I was gonna text him a recipe, so for later. He's probably just gonna get Maruchan, the 997.
Maruchan.
Maruchan.
Yeah, that's how you say it fancy. I make a mean ramen.
Make a green ramen.
Yeah, I do like making me some ramen. I just kind of put it all together like a bunch of different vegetables and stuff. And I don't even use the packets anymore. Hey, I mean, I'm upgrading. I'm just the little things.
That's what I did when I was at uni. I would just do the same thing. I would still use the packets because I didn't have any stock, but I would like add in a whole bunch of spices and vegetables into it. So I was like, okay, now I'm living like the deluxe cheap life.
Yeah. That's like Chef Boyardee. Did you eat that?
Chef Boyardee?
Eat out of the cans, kind of. Just just freaking microwave it, just nuke it, and then eat it. Put some salt and pepper, and well, not even salt. Dude, that stuff is salty enough.
Oh yeah.
I would put it in put it in a pan, put it not a pan, like a
a pot,
yeah, and then put all different kinds of things. I like mixing it up,
Mm-hmm. No, I would put it in a pan. I would stir fry that shit. Stir-fried ravioli, Chef Boyardee style.
Yeah, put some rice in there.
That's the way it was meant to be.
You can do a lot
soy sauce
with so little. Yeah, soy sauce.
Yeah, that's just stir-fry my ravioli, bro.
Yeah, fried ravioli. Actually, there is a place over. It's like a bar that I go to sometimes. They have fried raviolis. And they are delicious. I never seen fried raviolis anywhere.
I was joking, but like actually, yeah, I could see that fried ravioli.
Yeah,
because it's just pasta.
Yeah,
it's just like a soft little. It's a hot pocket, so if you give it a crust, the inside's still gonna be good.
Yeah, totally. And plus, like anything deep fried is great.
It was deep fried ravioli.
I think so. Yeah, they put like a batter on it.
Okay,
and then they just put it in like a freaking oil or whatever, however frying works.
That's so Texas. Like it's just like adding on a carb crust onto like an already carb pasta.
Yeah, just
carb pasta.
Carbs on carbs.
That would be, man.
Yeah,
hungry.
Did you go to the state fair?
Not this year, no. Okay, hold on. Before we get too far, let's actually introduce the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, everybody, this is, what did I name this damn thing? Oh, Found Time, right. I got a name for this thing since the last podcast.
Found Time
podcast featuring me and this podcast. Well, actually, the host of this podcast is Khalid. Hey,
I'm hosting?
He's hosting.
Oh,
and I'm the guest. I'm Spencer. I'm the guest.
I'm the host. Nice.
Yes.
This is my podcast now.
Mm-hmm.
This is Found Time.
This is Found Time
with my very very good friend Spencer.
Yes.
I brought him on today.
Introduce yourself.
My name is Khalid. Khalid, aka Salad, aka Khalid. Just all different kinds of things,
The iron stomach, as you introduce yourself in middle school.
Yeah, in freaking middle school. Literally,
it's the weirdest.
Eat any single thing. It was just like. You get the lunches, right, and it would have the weirdest things on them.
The coleslaw with the weird green bits.
Coleslaw and just milk.
Yeah, chocolate milk. I remember you mixed up coleslaw and chocolate milk, and you would.
Did I do that?
I think you did.
That sounds right.
I remember at least you syrup the coleslaw through a straw, and we were like, "That's the most."
I do remember those tiny ass straws.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that, and also like a sloppy Joe, just like on top of it.
On top of everything, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have something to absorb all that milk.
Really weird way to introduce yourself, but like, hey, we're here now.
Yeah,
years later.
I'll eat anything, and I'll cook anything now. At least I try to be. You know, I like those little those things where it's like, here's my easy meal that'll take me 5 minutes, and then you start freaking chopping an onion.
Yes. Oh my god, I hate like five easy meals you can make with under $5 in under 5 minutes. Step 1: skin a cow.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Go to your local butcher, choose a goat, and then just take it home. You know, it'll take 5 minutes. It's fine. You know, they can do it for you.
Like the fastest thing I think I can make is just pasta with parsley cooked in like olive oil or whatever. And it's like literally I just put it all into a pot and like and cook garlic and all that stuff. But I have to, step 1 is chop the garlic, and chopping garlic takes like a long time.
I just use a garlic press now. I don't even bother with chopping garlic anymore.
My roommate had a mandolin, and like I just used that to like slice all the garlic.
A mandolin?
It's like basically like a really sharp knife on like on a surface. So you just move the vegetables back and forth over the surface and chop everything.
Yeah.
And so it had like metal like chain gloves, so we make sure you didn't get a cut. And I would just hold the garlic and use it to slice all the garlic.
Put your armor on.
Yeah, no, honestly, it was basically a little armor glove. It was like
get some chainmail.
It kind of was like it was like gloves with like metal lacing through them. But there are people like high-end restaurants literally just use chainmail when they operate those things.
Actually, that reminds me. I have a knife sharpener, and it came with like this cut-proof glove. And
that's what it was called. Yeah, cut-proof.
Yeah. I mean, I tried using it one time to sharpen my knives. And I literally went and like cut the knife, or like cut the glove to see. I had it on, which is probably not a good idea, but like, you know, it worked for sure. And that knife is sharp as hell.
You know, you're not actually supposed to cut the glove, because like if you do like just straight up try to cut the glove, it will cut the glove.
Yeah,
it's cut resistant, not cut proof.
It's cut proof. It's got to be cut proof.
Well, I guess yours is.
Well, I don't know. I don't think it is. It's probably it's probably just cut resistant. It was like, I don't know. It was like a $10 kit or whatever. It has.
And you were trying to like test out the merits of this $10 kit.
Yeah, well, the gloves specifically.
The gloves.
Hey, I mean, it did the job. It really sharpened those knives.
Very, very easily couldn't have, though. You could be talking with one less finger.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you were just trying shit out.
Just on my thumb, just like choose the worst finger to try to cut off.
You've just been known to have like the most destructive impulses.
I did a lot of crazy stuff. I'm not nearly as destructive anymore.
No, you've calmed down, but like you still like you can never fully get rid of that.
Yeah, I guess that's true. That's true. Like I always have like those
intrusive thoughts.
Yeah, kind of. Where I don't know. Like the one thing that pops to mind specifically is like I'll like at work, where I work, there it's like 4 stories tall, kind of. But like there's this round hallway area where you can like see all the way down into the bottom of the like at the bottom floor. And usually there's like a lot of people walking around there because I work at an arena, and you know there's like it holds like I don't know not hundreds of thousands, but it holds like 20,000 people at max. And in the plaza area, like where everybody walks in, I see a lot of people in there, and I'm like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, what if like a wine bottle or something just like fell? What would happen?
What happened?
There are no cameras here.
Oh my god.
No, I would get freaking arrested probably.
What if?
No, I've never actually thought about doing that. But hey, I mean, the thought has definitely crossed my mind, not to actually do it, but just be like, that is something that I'm scared of. You know, anytime I'm climbing stairs or something, what if something falls?
I've had thoughts similar to that, but it's like it's never something that I actually consider, but it pops in where it's like, well, you know, like what if you hanging out next to the pool? I'm like, what if I throw my phone into the pool? Like I know it's gonna happen, but for some reason the thought just kind of comes across.
Is it waterproof?
No, it's not.
Okay.
So I know exactly what's gonna happen.
It'll just get destroyed.
But like, you know, it's like, what if? No, not even when it was like just like I should throw my like phone into the pool.
Throw my dog in there just to see what happens. I've walked into the pool with my phone in my pocket, in my freaking in my swim trunks, like just in the pocket of it. I just walked into it and walked into the pool, and as soon as I walked in, I realized that I had my phone in my pocket, and I was like, oh no, there it goes. I had a good year left on that phone. That was an HTC. I love those phones. They're so nice. I have one right now actually. But yeah, the my old HTC was destroyed by water.
Destroyed by your negligence.
Well, yeah, mostly that. I was so sad. I ended up getting like 3 different phones before I finally settled on the one that I have now. That was a pain. That was a big one. But yeah, phones are cool.
Phones are cool.
Phones are nice.
You should try not to destroy them.
Try not to.
I remember I think I'm like still living in the past in some senses, because I think nowadays in the era of phones, the whole pushing people into like a pool thing is no longer like socially acceptable.
Yeah,
but I still remember doing it to Ethan one time, and like I just completely forgot he had his phone right in his hand in front of me.
Is that when he threw his phone? Oh yeah,
he threw his phone straight at the ground because I I was like haha, and I pushed.
That was a new phone, wasn't it?
It was new, and it was cracked, and I felt so bad. I was like, I can probably put it to like fix the screen.
Get the screen replaced. At least he didn't walk in the pool with it.
No, yeah.
He didn't get in the pool with it. I mean, maybe with how new that phone was, it might have been waterproof. Honestly, like a lot of them now are. Like most of the phones these days are waterproof.
They tend to be, but like it used to be a more universal feature. But phones have been getting rid of that feature as of like recently. Like I remember like I got a Galaxy phone a while ago. It was like Galaxy 8 or 9 or something like that, and I was like, I remember the Galaxy previous setup. I wish I remember the numbers. Whatever, the Galaxy model previous to that had waterproofing, and then the one afterwards that came with the next model, scrap it. Yeah, they did. They took out the waterproofing. I was like, why?
They're like, these guys are not breaking their phones fast enough. They're keeping their phones. We need to get rid of this waterproofing thing. I think most of them are like splash proof or whatever. It's like you can have them like off on the side in the shower or something, you know. Just to like listen to music. That's what I do all the time now. I listen to music in the shower. It's pretty nice.
Oh yeah, no, same.
I have like a speaker in there.
Which reminds me, I remember when I went to Honduras during Christmas this year.
Really?
Yeah, and nice. I remember I had what's it called? I remember I had gotten it in some mud, the phone, and or some water or something like that. Yeah, no, it wasn't like it wasn't fully submerged, but the charger wouldn't work for a bit. Like it said, yeah, we can't charge the phone because it's
the stuff in your
charging port is like what's it called? Is wet. And like I was like, all right, so I'll just let it sit for a while and like
let the mud harden.
Yeah, no, it wasn't even mud coated. It was just kind of wet. Like I didn't check later. Like there wasn't any obstructions in the charging port. It was just wet, and
just got messed up.
Yeah, and it wouldn't charge. And then I put it in rice to like absorb the moisture, and like it still wouldn't charge. And like the whole time that I was down there, it would not like charge. And I found out late. Like I think the main reason I think it wouldn't charge for my time down there was because like Honduras is very humid. And like that sensor, I think, which is very sensitive
to the 100% humidity that was over there.
Where it's like it was fine until like it encountered water, and because
the phone meets water.
Yeah, the phone was compromised, and because the area was so humid, even though there was no longer water in the charging port, it was just too humid for the sensors to like let it charge again.
Wow.
So like until I got back to like the mainland in La Ceiba, like. And even like until we got into a house, it wasn't until like, all right, you can charge the phone again. For like 2 straight days when I was down in the rainforest, it was like, no, too humid.
You're down in the rainforest?
Yeah.
Did they have charging ports on the trees? I'd imagine probably not.
They have them in the canoes.
Oh, really?
No.
Water powered, freaking charging ports.
Crocodile powered.
Are there crocodiles on there?
There are, or alligators,
whichever ones. I don't know
the difference, but there is like there's some famous ones. There's like this big, I forget they gave it a name, but there's like a huge crocodile on there that I remember they caught on video.
Is it like one of those gigantic dinosaur looking ones?
Yeah, it's a bit of a lake monster.
Yeah, the Loch Ness of the area.
I never encountered it, but like I remember them warning us about it when we were going down through the rivers.
Have you seen that video of like a freaking crocodile or alligator, whichever one? It was just like walking around on it was walking around in Florida. I think it was a golf park or something. It was like a golf area, and people were starting to video it, but I don't know how far it was or how close it was. But this thing looked massive. It looked like almost the size of a school bus.
Jeez.
I don't know how true that would have been, but still, this thing was just like walking around like it owned the place. Which I mean, I guess at that point,
at that size,
you don't want to mess with it. Yeah, That guy was pretty crazy. I love all those animals that look like they're straight out of, I don't know, the whatever era, the Cretaceous or whatever, wherever they came from, the terrible lizards, crocodiles, and also like emus and ostriches and stuff. I want to see them up close.
Komodo dragons.
Komodo dragons are cool. Yeah. I actually want to get, speaking of like lizards and reptiles, I want to get a snake.
You want a snake?
I want a snake. Yeah, I really want one. I want to get like a one of those constrictor ones, like the boas. I've some we got some friends in California who have a Kenyan sand boa. I think that's what it's called. And I've seen that little guy grow up almost, and he's like pretty long now. He's pretty big. He's a beefy boy. There are some like really chubby looking snakes too. They're adorable. I think snakes are the coolest animals.
Oh yeah, if I was if I was going to be getting like a snake, I'd want to get something that like was cute. Like I can appreciate a good long snake, but like I don't know. I want the ones that have like the little black eyes that are just like really tiny mouths and like gum lip. You know, like basic, not garden snakes, but pretty much. Yeah.
They just do that. They just kind of like garden snakes. They're kind of like those, like the weird worm looking ones. Mm-hmm. I used to see those all the time in my old house. Those, and also like, I think they're called garden snakes. They're like kind of they get long. They get like 3 feet or whatever. They're not venomous either.
No, yeah, they're pretty chill. But like, if I was gonna be getting anything, I would want to get like beetles or something like that. Honestly,
I was actually thinking about getting a beetle too. I wanted to get one of the Hercules beetles.
Yes, those things are cool.
Those guys are awesome. Yeah. The only problem with that though is that they stay in their larva stage for like 3 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, or maybe 2 years, something like that. Some amount of years, that's for sure. And they don't do anything other than just like sit there and grow, which is kind of cool. You know, it's like having a kind of like a plant. You know, because they just sit there. They just kind of hang out. They eat like wood chips, I think. Like there's a word for it, but basically like that's the kind of area that they grow up in, or grow up there. That's where they're like born, you know, and like decomposing logs and stuff.
It's like not soot, but like soil.
Wood soil.
Yeah, whatever it's called.
Well, yeah, whatever it is. They eat wood, you know, and then they just grow up to be these gigantic looking things with protrusions and stuff. They look so cool. They're like massive. That, and also like I wanted to get a not a Hercules beetle, but there's another one. It's called like a stag. I think it's called a stag beetle.
Beetles, yeah.
Yeah, they're slightly smaller, but they still have like the big like things poking out of the front of them.
The big horn. I think I remember following this thing. I hope it doesn't fall under me. I think I followed a Twitter account. I don't remember if it was a stag beetle, but they had like an account where they basically had a beetle that they would like give little markers and Sharpies to, and it would pick them up and just kind of like scribble on drawings. Yeah,
like art, like beetle art.
It was a little art beetle, and it was pretty cute.
That's cool.
Yeah, and I was like, I'd
buy that.
Yeah, I wanted that kind of beetle, honestly, because it was very. I wish I remember what kind. It's the iconic beetle.
The iconic beetle.
It's the iconic beetle.
A beetle with artistic talent.
Yes,
I like that a lot. That's cool. That's like the apes or like the chimpanzees or whatever that made pieces of art and sold for thousands of dollars.
Yeah, man.
Even though it didn't really look like much, it was just kind of like scribbles.
Back when art apes were cool.
Arp apes. Yeah.
Apes.
I bet that was probably his name, his pen name.
Art ape.
Arp ape.
Arp ape.
Yeah. If he could sign it, if he could sign language it.
He just writes down a whole bunch of hand symbols for a signature.
Yeah, like what's the word? Finger painting.
Finger painting. Oh, I see.
I think that's what he did actually.
I mean, I don't think he was holding a brush. He was just a finger paints of whatever.
He was holding a brush and like
he
that.
Could be.
And
they taught him
that thing that they put through their thumb. It's like a table, not a table. They're holding. I mean, they could probably hold a table. Those guys are buff, but just all full of paint, and the hat. The French hat,
a little beret.
Yeah,
I don't think a ape would appreciate being put in a beret.
Probably not. I think they prefer to stay naked.
Naked and afraid.
Yeah, and making art. There's a lot of similarities between this guy ape art,
and
art ape, and just artists
in general,
naked and afraid.
Oh. I want to see an episode of Naked Afraid where he brings a paintbrush in.
Oh wait, there's a thing called Naked and Afraid.
It's a reality show, yeah.
Oh, well, I didn't even know that.
It's a show where they like literally go in, like they send two people into the woods and they're naked and they get one tool.
What's that one tool?
It's usually like some sort of survivalist thing, like, oh, I brought a whetstone, or I brought like a knife. And I remember it was a stupid reality show, super fake. But I remember one episode someone was like, oh, I brought duct tape because duct tape's so useful. You can just use it to tape things.
That's true. Duct tape is useful.
But like, what are you gonna use? Like, what are you taping in the middle of the woods? I'm pretty sure it was like meant for the audience to be like, this dude is stupid.
Yeah.
But like, it worked because now that's the only thing about the only aspect of the show I remember. The one guy who brought duct tape out in the middle of nowhere, not a survivalist's kit or like a water purifier. No, you just
a survivalist kit. That's cheating. That's a whole kit. That's
fair.
You get a bunch of stuff there.
But like duct tape.
Yeah, duct tape. It feels like it would get dirty real fast. You wouldn't be able to tape anything unless you got a knife and you can like make surfaces.
Yeah, and like it's not even duct tape doesn't necessarily hold or anything like that. But you could like, what are you gonna build, a tent? Or you're gonna make a little pot out of duct tape so you can purify your water?
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna do with duct tape?
Nothing. You can't do anything. Nothing I can think of. I mean, make clothes, I guess, if you're naked out there. You can
put tape over your body.
Hey, I mean, tape. Yeah, it's something if you're cold, I guess.
The two things I thought of is like you could tape it. You could use it to tape wounds up.
Yeah.
And you could also like use it to tape a stick onto a rock.
Yes, you can have. Sphere. Yeah, you can make weapons, or you can just ball up a bunch of tape and just use that to take down a rabbit. If you throw it hard enough, I mean, a ball of tape.
Bowling ball of duct tape.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the survivalist thing that I'm taking out there is a bowling ball. It would work if you are stealthy enough.
You have to hang out in the tree with a bowling ball, like waiting for Bugs Bunny to come along. And
just drop it.
Drop it on a rabbit. That rabbit.
Fucking Bugs Bunny. This is what I'm eating.
You have a big dent in his head, and then you'd be like, "Ooh, it's time to eat." Put on your bib.
Yeah.
Looney Tunes style.
Yes, Looney Tunes style, eating Bugs Bunny. And why isn't there an episode where Elmer Fudd just uses a bowling ball instead of the regular shotgun, the blunderbuss that he uses?
It's because that was his whole identity. He couldn't let it go. If he lost his gun, what does that make him?
Just a guy.
Just a white dude.
Just a white dude. Just another white dude
with a bowling ball.
Yeah, just a bowler.
He probably should have lost his identity though, because Bugs Bunny liked to just put the two fingers in the gun and then make the gun explode in front of him.
After him shooting it.
Yeah.
Would that work?
Yeah, that's what's happening over in Ukraine now.
People are just sticking their fingers
the Russian
inside
army's invading, and the Ukrainians are just going.
Like, oh, I got you.
Gotcha.
Just put like a whole arm inside the tanks, but then the tanks blow up whenever they shoot them.
Exactly. Yeah. They're just like putting a big cork, like a wine cork, in the tank's gun, and then the Russians shoot, not knowing. They're silly little. They're a little oblivious, and their silly tank just kind of blows up like a little flower.
They are some Iron Men over there if they're able to stop a tank from shooting. But seriously though, those guys are freaking. I don't know. They have the biggest balls.
Oh yeah, I know. Well, I mean, like it's kind of like I haven't been following it as of recently, but I just remember seeing like there was TikToks being made of like Ukrainians being like, hey, this is how you pilot these Russian tanks. You pull this lever, this gear. This is how you work all this stuff. And people are sharing like guerrilla tactics over TikTok.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It was really weird.
Just like a quick wiki just like how to tank.
Yeah, how to pilot a Russian tank that you managed to commandeer.
Yeah, it's farming equipment, is what it is. I mean, obviously I just see whatever I'm exposed to because that's like the big thing going on right now is the war over there.
Yeah, no, I same thing. Like I looked into it at the beginning when it was breaking, but like as of like past that, like I haven't really been following it too heavily. I just
like opened up like 10 Wikipedia pages. I'm like, why is this happening? What's the context behind this? I don't really understand.
There's a battle. What happened?
Like why in like 2014 or 16 or something. I don't remember exactly when it happened, but there was like another conflict back then apparently. It has something to do with NATO. That's all I know. It's a bunch. It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff going on over there.
What I do know is that as of recent, it has resulted in a lot of people pulling their Russian media from whatever their streaming services are. Which is really stupid.
I think I remember seeing something about different websites and stuff taking down, like doing what they can against Russia. One thing that comes up to mind specifically is that I think Pornhub did something.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they really stuck it to the Russians. I think I can't remember what it was, but I think it was just like Russians can't use it. You know, like they just disabled their access in Russia.
See, like. It's weird. Like, I understand, like, Russia is obviously the villain here. Like, I don't think anybody has any qualms about that.
I mean, everybody thinks Russia's the villain. Even the Taliban thinks they're the villain here.
Yeah.
They said that, hey guys, what are you doing? As if the Taliban is telling you you're doing something wrong, then you know, yeah.
But like, it's still like doing this weird boycott for like Russian products and stuff like that. Like, it's not like, I don't know. It's weird. Like when Disney Plus pulled Anastasia from the streaming services, or like they weren't doing Russian performances. They're doing a performance of this Russian opera in like certain opera houses, and it's just kind of like it. Like that's not doing anything for the war effort. This is just us becoming xenophobic to a whole culture.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, I can see that easily becoming something like almost borderline like on racism.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like it's like I understand like we need to like call out the evils here, but this isn't like, this is going in the wrong direction. Like this is just kind of like, it's kind of like when people were posting like a black square on Instagram whenever the Trayvon shootings were happening.
Just a black square. Oh well, yeah.
It's like this isn't doing anything. This is just like.
It's showing. I think that was more like showing support. I think for the whole thing.
But it's like there's better ways to do this.
There are certainly better ways.
Like the black square was just kind of like you weren't donating money. You weren't like
you're just like, look at me, I'm doing this.
Exactly. Like, hey, I think this is bad. It's like, all right, are you gonna do anything, say anything, or like what's happening now? Like it's such a lot of effort for like not the right direction.
Yeah, I think for the people who did actually attend those protests and did stuff, then that makes sense for them to make that part of their identity. But when it comes to like the whole Russian thing, I think the point of it, in my opinion, is that you don't want revenue going to Russia, which screws over a lot of Russian people.
I can understand that.
It is strange. Yeah. I can see it like kind of spinning out of control.
Yeah, the politicians and the soldiers and war pushers are not the people who are making art, you know. And I think condemning a whole cultural a whole bunch of art from a whole culture is like, I don't know. I think maybe afterwards I just afraid that the war, once this thing blows over, that like we're gonna like enter another Cold War of sorts, where like we're gonna be worried about like, oh, the Russians are sneaking in, sort of thing, you know.
Perhaps. I think it is all about Putin. I think like even watching his people around him, they just look stone-faced, like they don't really know what is going on. Like they obviously know what's going on, but like they can't. I don't know if they can do much about it. I think it really is all Putin. Like, and I feel bad for like the citizens of Russia. Same. More than anything. Like I saw this thing where people were just like lining up at ATMs trying to withdraw all of their money, and I saw something else saying that like people were like investing into, you know, like Bitcoin and like all those cryptocurrencies, trying to like turn their money into something that will probably be a little bit more usable, because I don't know what kind of currency they use over there, but for sure that's going to be going down.
It did. It went down, like I think it hit the lowest it's been in like a couple of years, or a long time.
Yeah, it's been just going down for like ever since that stuff that happened in like 2014 or 15 or whatever, that thing I mentioned earlier, when I think it was something to do with Ukraine, where they were doing military activities in that area. I think that's when they lost the peninsula, actually.
Military activities. They're doing jumping jacks.
They're doing just some jumping jacks and burpees.
Jumping jacks right on the Ukrainian line. The Ukrainians were like, "Hey, get it. That's our side." And you're like, "We're not touching you.
We're not touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you." And there's. I'm just passing my military by here. I'm just this is me. I'm just hanging
out. It's like in Civ when you put all your troops right at the line, but you're not
merely
doing anything.
Passing by.
And then like the man, I see. I don't mean to like make like turn to like, you know, just to dismiss it. Oh, but well, like I don't want to like spend the whole podcast talking about the horrors of war. But like
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Like, this is the
Yeah.
first, like, war that we've seen in a
In a
while.
long time. Yeah.
I was talking about it the other day. I was like, this has been, like, the first time in a while where it seems like every single year there's something happening, like, historically.
Mm-hmm.
Like, ever since, like, lockdown in 2020, I was like, this is weird. We're living in a time that will be talked about for a very, very long time. And,
Yeah.
same goes for the war,
We're entering a new chapter for the history books.
I guess so. Yeah, that's true. The 20s, I don't know what they're gonna call it.
The pandemic. I assume it's gonna be like, yeah, I don't know, the pandemic and the second Red Scare, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. Depending on how this goes.
Depending.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I've seen stuff talking about like how he's like readying his nuclear arsenal.
You know what I would like for them to put into the history books though? The Elden Ring times. what a transition.
Hey, yes, that is legendary. It's like on par with how amazing and like whenever Skyrim came out in 2011, that was just like nothing anybody's ever seen before.
It was all encompassing.
Yeah,
like it's kind of what everybody's talking about.
Yeah, it is, and it's same. I mean, people are still talking about Skyrim too, but Elden Ring is on another level. Like it's an open world Souls game where you have a horse. You got a freaking horse,
and you can jump.
Yes, it's a Dark Souls with jumping.
I think somebody described that as this podcast I listened to described that as like, you remember how Breath of the Wild was big for the times because it was a breath of fresh air to open world games at the time, because they had gotten stale, and like Breath of the Wild came out and people were like, oh, this is
pretty cool.
This is so groundbreaking.
Yeah.
It was like somebody described Elden Ring. Elden Ring is to Breath of the Wild as the Breath of the Wild was to open world games at the time. Where it's like Breath of the Wild had like a lot of really great moments of discovery, but just due to it being like a Legend of Zelda game, like you kind of figured out the formulas of like, you saw what the enemy types were, and like you saw how the puzzles worked, and like just how things, like after like a couple of hours of the game time and that thing, you kind of saw how things were going to more or less play out. There were still like discoveries to be made throughout the game.
Yeah.
But like
after the entire thing was already set up. Like you know what to expect for the most part. Like obviously you don't know exactly what to expect.
Yeah, you knew you're going to temples, and you knew there was going to be certain areas, and like the game was still really fun, but like the discoveries made were a lot less surprising after a certain time.
Yeah.
And like this is like Elden Ring is like, there's so many discoveries to be had, and every single one is so unique, and it feels like anywhere you go there's something completely new to find. Like even if you just end up going into like a corner with nothing, there's something to be there for you.
Yeah, whether it be a message just saying finger butthole,
oh my god,
or liar ahead where it says there's like a hidden wall there or something.
Yeah. Or a dog.
Just a dog. Could this be dog?
Yeah.
Is this dog? The freaking the Pope,
yes,
the turtle Pope. I love him so much.
Dog.
I
remember specifically hearing about that their podcast, and somebody said like, I could tell you that I found a giant dog with a Pope head who talked to me, and I could be lying to you, I could be bullshitting you, and like they were only half bullshitting.
Yeah.
it was kind of a dog. Oh man.
Oh god.
Towel jump scare.
Towel, yeah. This is scary. This is spooky.
I hung up a whole bunch of towels in my room just to kind of help with the sound and call it a little bit more.
Hey, I mean, they're like it's like posters, except towels.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice.
I'm sure we're gonna see some more fall down by then.
Yeah.
He's a big one. Oh, that reminds me really quick. I gotta do a room. I gotta get room tone, which I forgot to do at the beginning of the podcast.
Room tone?
Yeah, there's like the hidden noise of like the outside and the room and all that. So I'll give us like 10 seconds of just silence so I can equalize the podcast. So. Okay, starting now. I should have gotten rid of that clock. I kept forgetting about that. I really hope that doesn't come through too well.
It might not. It's just a little ticking.
Yeah, I remember
a little ticky tacky.
Not hearing it in the podcast though.
But I think it's quiet enough.
That's good.
Maybe.
I remember on the first podcast I did with the horror movies one, a friend in the background was playing Minecraft, and he was like, "Oh, it's fine."
Really?
Yeah, I was like, "Are you sure that your keyboard?" And he was like, "No, it'll be fine."
Freaking mechanical keyboard.
And throughout the whole first episode, you just every now and then hear click, 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 and it was so like it was so annoying. I couldn't even I tried to cut out most of it, but whenever it was in the middle of like conversation I couldn't edit out.
Playing League or something.
Yeah, and it was so annoying.
Well, at least it wasn't that playing League, because that's just like constant clicking.
But I just want to say with Elden Ring, it's just like it's such a great game because it brings up a special moment where everybody can unify and like have like conversations about what they found in their playthroughs, because the game is so big and there's so much to find. Everybody can go in a bunch of different directions and like have multiple different experiences.
Man, I started playing like 30 minutes after the game came out, because I had to download, or I had to extract the package. I ended up pre-downloading it, which was great. It was like 50 gigabytes, and with my internet, it would have taken like 2 days to download. But I managed to pre-download it, but then I had to extract it, which took me like 15 minutes or whatever, and then I had to like restart my laptop and stuff. And I was on this chat forum on Steam, and people were blowing it up, saying that it wasn't working and that they were gonna get a refund, and like I need to play it now, otherwise I'm just never gonna play it. But I ended up putting a lot of stuff on the wiki, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, because I found a lot of stuff. Like I didn't follow you know how like the signs will tell you like where to go, kind of.
Yeah.
Like on the map it'll tell you like the general direction to go in. I kind of went like off trail a little bit.
Oh yeah, no, I did not. I think I played like 10 hours before I even did the first real boss.
Really?
Yeah, no, I didn't touch anything that was main content wise for a long time.
I try to stay away from it. Well, not that I try staying away from I've done a lot already on the game. I'm like 50 hours in at this point, but I've done a lot to try exploring. Like I went into the achievements and looked up where some of the bosses were, because I have a couple achievements where it's like 16% of players have this, but then there's like a couple other ones where it's like 30%, and I haven't even seen this guy yet. So I looked him up and found him, because, well, one, I was supposed to be able to find them earlier, but I just could not find like a key to get into a certain area.
Yeah.
It was guarded by a dragon, which I just noped out of.
Oh yeah, no, I haven't. I messed with the first dragon in that swamp, and I haven't touched any other since, because I've seen them, but they've always been so way harder than that first one.
Yeah.
It's insane.
I ran into another dragon recently. He was so cool. All the dragons in that game are just like amazing.
Yeah.
They're all different types of dragons, and they're all very, very interesting dudes. Something happened on the screen. I don't know what happened.
I just wanted to make sure it was still recording. We're good.
I think it is.
Yeah. As long as the lines are going on. Yeah, no. I remember finding an area, teleporting to an area, walking around, and I found, there's just two dragons sitting right next to each other right there.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm just gonna turn around.
One thing that I saw that was actually really cool was like a mother dragon.
Oh my god.
Have you seen that?
No.
Okay. Well, spoiler alert. There is a mother dragon. She doesn't fight you.
Oh.
She doesn't fight you, but she has like maybe 7 or 8 baby dragons around her.
Oh.
Which are also are very slow, and then they don't really do anything. But still, like she has a bunch of. She's gigantic. She's massive.
That might be like the giant dragon my friend was telling me about.
That might be it.
Because I remember him mentioning, he's like, "Have you fought the giant dragon yet?" And I was like, "No."
You don't fight her.
Okay.
I mean, you can technically, like, you can deal damage to her. Yeah. The only reason why I know about her is because like I was exposed to it. I got spoilers. Yeah. I saw like an article being like, hey, you can like kill this dragon and get like 100,000 freaking souls.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's just a one-time thing though. Like she doesn't respawn. So I don't know if that means that you'll like mess up a quest or something if you kill her.
Yeah. I there's so many NPCs in this area in the whole game too. I'm just trying so hard not to like lock any of them out. Like
I love the fact that like people still don't know what certain things are, like what will happen if you do certain things in the game.
Like you know how you get access to the round table after you people still aren't sure what triggers that specifically.
I don't know either.
Because like some people thought it was like, oh, maybe like if you fail to the first boss she'll come to you, which does happen, but then it's like if you just explore the area enough she'll just come to you after a certain amount of time.
Really?
And it's just kind of like what really what's happening here? Is it just an hour limit? Is it like if you explore a certain amount of the map? Is it like if you do certain actions? It's like people have no idea how to get her to respond consistently.
I started out as the wretch, and so the wretch is naked. He
naked and afraid.
Naked and afraid. Yes. He gets a plank shield and a wooden club. And I did not find the plank shield. I don't know where that was. It was in my inventory. I just like picked up the club from a body, but I don't know where the shield was. But anyway, I was walking around naked for a long time, not leveled up or anything. It took me like a couple hours maybe to be able to actually level up because like the finger maiden, the finger hole maiden, came up to me and was like, "Hey, touch me." And I was like, "Okay, I guess." Finger maiden, and then I leveled up.
Every time I've introduced my friends into starting the game, I always get them to that one bonfire right outside the castle walls because you'll get the level up maiden there right away.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I always get them to go there and get level up and get the horse because
she gives you the horse too, right?
Because playing through that game, like you can do whatever you want afterwards, but just I feel like playing without those two options,
without the horse, you have
sucks.
to have the horse. Yeah, there's no way you can play without the horse.
You move so much slower. You have less options to explore, and like
plus
any souls you get, you can't
horseback fight. That's the best.
Yeah, no horseback fighting. The Torrent rules. He's a great little goat horse. But like just not being able to explore having to explore without him, and having your souls. Not being able to put your souls into anything for however long until you find her like sucks.
I bet there's gonna be somebody out there who just finishes the game without ever leveling up. There's gonna be somebody out there who does that.
Maybe.
People do the craziest things with this game.
I've seen people, do like shield only runs in previous Dark Souls game when shields were bad. Shields are great now.
Shields are kind of good. There are some nice shields. Oh yeah. There are some like ones. There are like some spiky ones and ones that breathe fire. There are some really cool shields.
And the whole guard counter mechanic makes them a lot more useful.
Oh yeah, guard counter. I love that. It's almost like parrying.
Yeah, but like.
I gotta say, I'm a parry god.
Oh yeah, no same. Parrying is a lot easier this time around too.
Really? I think it's harder.
Is it? I found it like I heard somebody say it was easier, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, like I did have like a not that hard a time like parrying some of the bosses I've been doing.
Yeah.
Like not everything can be parried clearly, but like when I can parry something, the windows are very easy to like gauge.
That's the thing about it. I think the windows are a little bit weird. In the previous Souls games, there are different parrying things that you could use. Like you could use a knife, and you can use like a parrying shield, which had slightly different animations, but it was like faster, and the window was bigger. Like I saw the spreadsheet that somebody made, and it was like they timed it down by the frame to see how many frames of parry time you get.
How active your window is.
Yeah, how big your window is. Yeah, and like how soon it is, how soon it starts after the animation kind of thing. But they're all the same, I think, so far. Really? As far as I've seen. There might be like a parrying dagger or something. I don't know.
I did find a parrying dagger.
Yeah?
Yeah, I haven't really tested it out too much because I'm doing spell sword.
Oh, you're doing that?
Yeah, so like, and like I've just been, I kind of spoilers, I guess, but like I've been slowly finding a whole bunch of weapons that are turning me into Virgil from Devil May Cry, if you know who that is.
Yeah, are they the weapons that make you do like backflips and stuff? They're the ones that turn you into
No.
Like, okay.
Not even that. I just got like a katana that like shoots out magic sword beams.
Oh, nice.
That's and then cool. A spell that like literally, the summon sword spell that you put around your head, and a whole bunch of other shit. And I've heard of another sword that like literally summons a clone for you.
Really?
So like my spell sword character is now just slowly turning into Devil May Cry.
There is a katana that turns you into God, what's his name from Metal Gear Revengeance?
Oh my god.
You basically get that. You get the whole like slow down time. You don't slow down time, but you cut as many times as he probably does. Jack the Ripper, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He there's a sword that lets you do that where you turn into the boss in a boss fight, and it just like it builds up bleed, and you can kill things so freaking fast. I wish I did a dex build. I'm on a strength one right now. I'm dual wielding great swords. It's pretty great.
I'm doing int dex, and I wish I had done faith because faith got a lot of cool things this time around.
You know, there's a whole mechanic in that game where if you attack with an electric thing, it does more damage in the rain.
In the rain, or if you're underwater,
or if you're wet in any way. Same with like fire attacks. Fire attacks are less they're not as good in the rain or water. It's really cool. The attention to detail in this game is so cool.
It's eventually like the people are gonna bust this game open for everything that is inside of it. But like this time, right? Like this is playing games day one isn't really that big of a deal because like people are so worried about like missing the wave of relevance that. And like it doesn't really matter.
Like, this game is always gonna be relevant.
No, I was gonna say this playing this game right now, day one is really magical because like I said, like just
it feels that way.
This moment of like unsurety and discovery that so many people are coming across and
just
all these
being
different
a part
stories.
of it.
Yeah, no, it's like it's really cool.
Yeah,
like this is easily the game of the year, and I've heard some people saying this is already like their favorite game of all time. And
I'd say this is my favorite game of all time. Honestly, like I've played this game nonstop for the past like since it came out.
Yeah,
it's so cool. I think my top 5 games are Elden Ring number 1 now. Elden Ring. It used to be Dark Souls 1. Now I think Dark Souls 1 has gone to the number 2 spot.
It's a good pick. I think Dark Souls 1 is also my favorite.
Yeah, Dark Souls 1. It was just, it's also a nostalgia thing for me. I played it. I didn't play it when it came out. I actually don't remember when Dark Souls 1 came out, but I played it in high school. When I was in like 10th grade. I must have been like 16 probably. I played that nonstop again, kind of like I'm doing right now with Elden Ring. And I just, it's really a nostalgic game. It's really cool. I wish I was part of like the whole discovery thing, but now I am with this game.
Yeah.
I was really afraid of pre-ordering it.
I didn't buy it right away because I wasn't sure if my laptop would be able to run it. And then I borrowed it from a friend's Steam library, and I was like, oh, okay, so it runs. I'm buying it right now.
Yeah. I think it's really well optimized, in my opinion. I mean, I'm playing it on max, and I get like 45 frames. Oh, God. Everything's falling out.
Tile number 2.
Yeah. We still have, what is that, 5, 3, 4, something like that? I don't know. We got towels. We got some towels.
We've got enough.
Yeah.
But I was going to say, like, it feels like the internet of old where things were still like when people were like playing MapleStory and they were getting like screenshots of like, oh, Pink Bean that's a Korean only boss is really hard.
Korean only.
Yeah, something like that.
Is it like a region lock thing? Like
it used to be, but like way back in the day, like when we were playing RuneScape and you get like or other stuff and you'd be like whenever like there was still like the internet wasn't completely unified and clear as it is now, and like back in the day, like I just remember reading a zine talking about it, and so like it's been on a lot of my mind recently of like the old internet when back in our day. I wish I'd been involved in it more.
Ye olden days.
Because like there was a lot of anonymity across things of forums and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like it wasn't until Facebook really took off that like the internet changed with it. Back when things like it feels kind of like that.
It's like
playing Elden Ring, where it's like, if you do this here, I heard that this happens.
It's like region locked Pokemon and Pokemon Go.
Yeah, oh man.
Yeah, That's
another thing. It feels similar to. It feels similar to when everybody was playing Pokemon Go.
Yeah, in 2016. That's when that all started. I was a freshman in college. I was playing it at UTA, and everybody around me was also playing it. It was pretty cool.
I remember running out and doing runs with Team Instinct players, and we were all just going from location.
Instinct is yellow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. I was yellow. I started yellow off the bat.
I remember we were going to the library and then going over to the cafeteria and like seeing other groups of people and being like, "Hey, what team were you?" And then they'd be like, I don't even remember the name. We were blue team. We were like, "Get out of here!
You fucking jump them.
What you doing? We're taking over." And they were like, all right.
We're the underdogs.
And then we see them waiting right off to the side to reclaim the gem. And we're like, don't you dare. And we like just kind of like go back and forth on the gem, reclaiming it and claiming it. And it was like, that was fun.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing, except in Dark Souls format.
Yeah. In Dark Souls format. Are all the... I just wish it was cross-platform, honestly. I have a lot of friends who play right now, and they also they're on Xbox. I have
a friend who's playing it on PS4, and like... he doesn't pay for the online subscription, so he doesn't get any of the messages, and he'll never be able to do online.
Yeah, he doesn't see all the great messages.
And so like a lot of the stuff about like the dogs, and like fingers and whatever, like some of those jokes just like that I have with my PC friends just fly over his head. Yeah, which is unfortunate.
There's some messages on there that actually really did help me. Like most of like the walls in that game will always say illusionary wall ahead. But there has been a couple of them where I found out that it was actually an illusionary wall. Some of them are true. And those ones will have like a bunch of messages. It'll be like attacking required ahead, or like the ones off of every single cliff it'll be like you gotta jump off.
Try jumping.
Just try it. Just try it. What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah, there's this little message here that says try jumping.
Just try jumping.
There's a couple of blood stains right along this cliffside. I wonder what this could mean.
There's 15 blood stains. Maybe they just didn't do it right. I don't think they tried it right. You just gotta try jumping every once in a while.
Environmental storytelling at its finest.
Yeah.
This towel, I want to rip it down at this point. It's taking so long to come down.
It looks like it's gonna get itself down. Maybe. It's like a hammock.
It does look like a little hammock now.
I think it has enough stability to hold us, probably.
Who is calling me? Oh, no, whatever. Ugh.
Yeah.
It's already 12:17. How long has the podcast been going on for? I can't even see the laptop screen.
I don't know. Let's see.
Just push the space bar. Oh no, push a key. Any key but the space bar. Because I think space bar might pause it.
It looks like it's still going.
Okay. Let's see. Time count on the bottom.
52 minutes.
52. Wow.
Yeah, we've been talking.
That was effortless. I didn't even really. The only thing I really brought up that I wanted to talk about was Elden Ring.
Oh yeah.
I had like things topics I thought written down in case things got slow, but no, wow, look at that.
Elden Ring is great.
Elden Ring is pretty damn good.
I really like Elden Ring. I think everybody should play Elden Ring at some point in their lives, just to check it out, just to see what it's like. It's a really cool game.
Even if it's hard, just do it.
I mean, it's hard, but it's very pattern oriented. So you can pick up, you can pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
You just gotta practice it, I guess. That's the whole thing. And if you play games at all ever, then Elden Ring is probably a good one to pick up.
Sorry, roommate was texting me if I could pick some packing tape.
Well, we have plenty of tape.
Yeah, and we'll just recycle the tape we use for these towels.
Yeah, why not?
No, that's been all that's been happening like within the past like couple weeks or so. I peer pressured all my friends to get it. And that's all I've been doing. I've been coaching them through the beginning.
I've been peer pressuring everybody to get it. I think everybody should get it.
Yeah.
Same with long hair. I think everybody should get long hair.
Oh, that's what I currently have right now. I'm trying to chop it off, actually.
You're trying to chop it off?
Because I've been having this for a while.
Keep it growing.
But that's the thing. It's like, it's getting unmanageable, and I don't feel like I look too great with like super puffed out sides. Like it feels like clown hair.
Yeah, I mean, so I felt like that when I was growing it out in high school. There was like an awkward phase,
Mm-hmm.
like just like anybody's long hair. There's an awkward phase. I had kind of a mullet.
Mm.
That was before mullets started coming back, which now they're coming back. I think I don't know.
Oh, they are, yeah.
I see people with mullets all the time, like with shaved sides, like on just a good number 2 on the side or something.
It's kind of the look, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I had kind of a mullet in high school. It wasn't that bad. But then it started growing out like really long, and then I was like, all right, I'm past the awkward phase now. It looks good now.
I think I've went past that, but like I honestly just kind of want to change up my look. Like I've had long hair for a while now, and I just kind of want to go back and start over. Like you see that picture of me on the corkboard at the bottom left?
Yeah.
With me and my sister. I want to get back to that length.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna cut it short, but I want to get it to like shorter, so where it's kind of like at a little bit more manageable length, and chop the whole beard off. Like I'm not trying to just do the hair. I'm trying to like get it all different look.
You're going for the Jon Snow look.
I guess kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I wear it well. Once I like having this length of hair, but like I just started having fun with this too. Like I started like tying my hair back into braids and wearing bandanas with it. But like
as soon as I started tying my hair back, I was like, I'm keeping this.
Yeah. I think I'm just ready to like to try it out. But like once I grow it back, it's definitely gonna come back to this length if not longer.
Yeah. I always go for like a trim or something, but like that's just me.
Yeah.
I want to grow it out so long. I want it to go down to the end of my back. Right now it's like maybe halfway down.
I remember I have a cousin who I remember when I visited the university when I was like a kid, and I thought it was so cool because he had his hair down to like his shoulders, and I was like, oh man. And I like it to be like that, but that would take a lot because my curls are tight, so they stick to my head.
You do have tight curls, yeah.
So like if I wanted to get the shoulder length, it's gonna have to be really long.
Do you ever have you thought about straightening it?
I did that in high school.
Wait, you did?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
It was I do it. It's not a face I'm very proud of.
Oh yeah.
It looked really weird.
Was that when I was there? I remember we were only together in high school and senior year, but I think you moved to the other high school God, in like middle school or something.
Yeah, I remember we hung out in GP like in 8th grade, and then I went to nature in like no, we hung out 6th and 7th, and then 8th grade I was in nature.
Okay, you were just there ever since.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it was in GP when I straightened my hair. It was only like for a little bit, like a week. It wasn't, or like a couple days. It wasn't like a long-term thing.
Yeah.
So that's probably gonna remember it. But like, I remember being like a chubby kid wearing a Tony Hawk hoodie, trying to be like, softcore emo, I guess.
Softcore emo.
Yeah, like not like all the way emo, but I was like, emo kids are cool, but like I'm still Christian, so I'm gonna just straighten out my hair and wear a Tony Hawk hoodie. I'm never gonna go to Hot Topic, but like I'm gonna look at it and wistfully.
Hot Topic is too sinful.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. There was I straightened my hair a couple times. I did it one time and I had like that emo look with the bangs. I didn't have bangs, but I had like the swoosh down the side of my left eye or something.
The Ian from Smosh look.
Yeah, I think so. Almost, but with like longer hair.
Yeah.
And it was pretty fun to wear like that for a while.
I wouldn't mind trying straightening my hair again now that I'm more comfortable with it. But like I don't know. I've grown. I feel like my curls have been part of my identity now, and like if I'd ever straightened it, I'd probably just be for like a little while, just to see what it looks like.
I really want to. Okay, so I think I told you about it. Next time, what's that? A convention called Anime Con. Yeah. Whenever Anime Con comes to Dallas, right? Like that's when the next one is. I think it was in Fort Worth a while ago, but now it's coming to Dallas. I want to spike my hair up.
Yeah, I know you were talking about that.
Like
yeah,
all the way up. Like got to be with the umlaut. Got to be glued.
You'd look like somebody out of a Guitar Hero game or something.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
it would be
just
really
like
cool.
Just like not spray painted, but like hair spray.
Yeah, hair
like
spray,
color spray. You know,
like that.
I wouldn't dye it. I don't know if I want to ever dye it, but that would. I mean, hey, if I glue my hair like that and have it all the way up, and also have it a certain color, I might as well just dye it at that point.
Yeah,
that will do equal damage to my hair.
I was really looking forward to Akon this year.
Me too.
But then like, I mean, it probably still will happen. I don't know if they'll cancel it
this year.
Yeah,
next year. Oh wait, okay, yeah,
this year,
like this coming one, yeah.
Yeah, but like with the Omicron variant out right now, it's like I wouldn't be comfortable hanging out in that big of a crowd.
I was exposed to Omicron like kind of not recently, but like a few months ago.
Oh really?
Yeah, Cheyenne got it actually.
Oh.
Yeah, but then I just never. I tested. I never got it, and you know we lived together. We like. It's not like that would have ever. Like I would have got it, you know.
Yeah.
I was supposed to, I guess, but I didn't end up getting it. But I mean, Omicron is a cool name, that's for sure. He sounds like a transformer.
You wanna know like a evil I did?
An evil.
Yeah. So it was
evil.
I went to Honduras, like I said, right?
Mm-hmm.
And on our way back, we were getting tested, and I tested positive. While I was
Did you
there.
really?
Yes.
You tested? Did you feel like anything?
No, I did feel a little crap. Yeah, I was having like.
Oh, so you definitely like.
I had something probably, and then on the last day. We were testing because we were about to leave, and so we wanted to make sure we were fine. And then
like
I wasn't fine.
On the guy's face.
And like we were trying to see. We were like, maybe we should go into town and like pay for our negative results so we can get back into the United States. Oh my
God, really? Okay, so you have to test negative to get back.
Yeah, and so luckily, I had been kind of sick most of the time I was there, and I thought it was just like some sort of cold or flu or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I was definitely getting better, so we were like, whatever. But then I tested positive, and then we went to the airport, and we had to like get another test because.
Did you have to show your test?
Huh?
You had to show your test to get through.
They needed a test within the last 24 hours, and the one we
Right.
taken was like a day before. It was like past 48, so they didn't want it, and so we took one right at the airport, and it came back negative.
Oh, cool.
So, and it was like a more like well-established lab.
Mm-hmm.
So like we trusted that test a lot. Like it wasn't just like positive and then negative and flip-flopping. Like it's like no, we trusted the second one more because it was like a more reputable area.
Okay.
But like if that had come back positive, we were very possibly considering the idea of like we'll just go into town, get a negative test result, and then we'll quarantine once we're back in the States.
Yeah.
And I was like, I
that's really funny.
It kind of like made me realize like, I made fun of people who did that kind of like who just didn't care about the pandemic at the beginning and called them like the people who would hide the zombie bite in a pandemic. And I'm like,
yeah.
Does that mean I would have been that guy to hide the zombie bite? I don't know. I don't like this.
It's not. I mean, it's not as bad as a zombie bite.
No, I would have at least quarantined as soon as we got back to the United States. But like,
you just wanted to get back.
Yeah, because being quarantined down there with like little to no technology and like.
It's a pain in the ass. It sounds like.
Yeah, and like I would have to be able to. I'd have to find some way to contact work to like tell them that I wasn't gonna be in for another week or something like that. I'm sure it would have worked out in the end.
Yeah.
If I had the quarantine, but it would just been like, it would have been hell, and it would have been complicated.
Yeah, and like I mean, if you had the resources, you would have definitely been able to get a negative test. I mean, hey, that's not that evil.
I still feel weird about it. I guess not. I don't mean to make it a bigger thing out of it. I just legitimately felt bad of the idea of like we're just gonna lie to get on a plane and fly back to the United States twice.
Hey, you gotta get back.
Yeah, I mean, like I would have been better to take care of it if I was sick up there. I'm not. That's the thing. I'm not even. I'm not even sure if I did have it. But like just based on like because I was sick and my sister had gone to a party before we went down, I think maybe she would. My theory is that she didn't get it or she got it, but she didn't have any like
asymptomatic.
She was asymptomatic and she passed it on to me right when we were going down there.
Exposure
and then like
is great.
I was right at the end of it as our trip was ending. So,
yeah, that's pretty. That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
No. Oh, I'm glad you're here to enable me in my
I'm an enabler.
Zombie bite hiding ways.
I think every single person on Earth has probably been exposed.
Yeah, it was,
or at least got it in some form or another.
Especially now, considering everybody's been vaccinated and like everybody's like just out a lot more in the public. Like I
don't know like what the percentage now, but I think it's like at least half of Texans, right?
I haven't checked in a while. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I haven't checked in
especially with the booster coming out.
The what?
The booster that came out not too long ago.
The what?
Vaccine booster.
Oh, booster. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the booster for Omicron.
Yeah, I got my booster a couple months ago actually.
Nice.
Yeah, booster was it was not fun at all. It was like getting your second vaccine all over again. I just got sick, you know, like I just had like that. And I went to work. I had to work with like COVID symptoms. It was not fun at all. I had like a weird fever and like my entire body was aching. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I got it at the beginning of the pandemic. There was like a week where I just felt really weird and tired, and I was like, I probably have COVID right now. But
I remember when my sister moved back in, we were kind of worried that she would have gotten it from the airplane, so we had her quarantine. And the more the quarantine went on, the more we were kind of very loose about it. We kept the door open. She was playing Animal Crossing, and I was just sitting in the hallway looking at her.
Yeah,
playing Animal Crossing,
just like shaking your head.
Yeah, and like if she really did have it, we all definitely had it at that point because we were really not that careful.
Yeah, but if you're living together and somebody in your house has it, then odds are you're probably gonna get it too.
Yeah, I mean, like if we had quarantined properly, we could have avoided it, but like we kind of stopped caring.
Yeah, that's probably what happened with everybody else too.
Yeah.
I think that's what ends up happening to most people is that you just stop caring at some point.
I mean, yeah.
If you're like around people who actually just cannot be exposed to it, then that makes sense. Like being more careful about it. Like you should be more careful if you don't want certain people. Like if you have like your folks at home and they're like maybe immune compromised or like older.
Yeah, I mean that's how we were when like. Whenever she was fully like functional again and able to leave her room, we were definitely careful about it because like we didn't want my dad or my mom to get it, so we would always do grocery trips fully masked up in gloves and then throw it all away. Gloves? Yeah, and then like we would like wash all the groceries as soon as we got back.
You wash the groceries?
Because like the skin of all the fruits and vegetables are porous, so like it was said that those would be able to hold on to the
that makes sense.
Although like I never double checked that honestly.
What the whole like contact thing?
The vegetables could hold the
I don't think that COVID is like a surface thing anymore. Like they ruled that out. Like that's what they thought it was. The CDC, they thought it was like a contact thing, but it just turns out that it's just always in the air. I mean, I'm sure it can like land on a surface or whatever.
But it wouldn't persist for 24 hours, something like that.
Maybe that, but it for sure is primarily like an air thing.
Yeah. It's just, I remember because it was just so early on in the pandemic, we didn't know so much.
Yeah, exactly. That too. Yeah.
We were just trying to be careful. And then I remember like we got really upset at my mom because she was like, I'm just gonna go to Walmart and grab a couple things. And we were like, we are doing these trips so you don't have to. We're worried for you.
Yeah.
And it was like she stopped caring very quickly, but like me and my sister kind of tried to like be very careful for most of it. But now with the vaccines and like the pandemic isn't over. But
no,
like
it's not nearly over.
A lot of people, including me, have definitely been a lot less cautious about it.
Yeah, I think we can kind of afford to be a little less cautious about it just because we are vaccinated. But like we can still technically carry it. You know?
Yeah. So that's why like even if ACON happens this year, I probably won't be going because it's like it's a large crowd, like a large grouping, and it's also like anime nerds who I don't trust to be very hygienic.
Yeah, that's true. They're not very hygienic. I mean, you know,
it depends what happens from here to then. There could still be a lot of like breakthroughs and like the numbers that come out that make it safer.
Yeah, numbers are always spiking and going back down. So I guess I'll just feel it out and see. Like I'll probably end up buying tickets to go there, like maybe like a month or like a couple weeks before it, just to see, you know, just to see how bad it is at the time.
I usually buy my tickets by now, but like right now, I'm just gonna wait and see what happens first.
I think it's in the summer, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not flu season at all. I think.
No.
Yeah, no,
like,
we'll be good. Maybe
we'll be. I also like haven't. I remember I was very specifically working out last year or trying to, but I didn't. Working out so that I could get more of a boxer's body because I wanted to cosplay a boxing character, and I haven't done that. So
yeah, you can still do it.
I can still do it. I'm working out. I'm seeing a trainer right now, but I don't know if I can get it in time so they can do the cosplay justice.
You can definitely do it in time. I mean, we got like what day is it? What month is it? March. It's you got like 3-4 months.
I don't know if that's enough time.
That's more than enough time.
I still got a little bit of I don't have much. I'm not saying I'm like out of shape, but I'm definitely not for this cosplay. I wanted to like.
Is it like a shirtless cosplay?
It's a what?
Is it
yes.
Okay, yeah.
And like I throw a jacket over and have boxing gloves on and shit.
Just just.
I could paint on some abs.
Yeah, spray paint. Yeah, there you go.
Spray paint.
Hey, I think that'll actually work really well. You see a lot of I mean, it's cosplay. It is what it is. You can spray paint on some abs if you want.
Makeup, yeah. I could paint on like do some like shading and stuff like that. But I'll just use black spray paint for the lines.
If you're gonna do it, I feel like it'll look more tasteful. I mean, relatively speaking, it'll look more tasteful if you just like really crudely drew on some abs. It would look really funny. Speaking of the pandemic, though, at the beginning of the whole thing in March, we were joking about going to Denver, and we actually did end up going to Denver, but Ty was talking about, we were like, hey, we should go to just fly over to Denver, have lunch, and then come back, because the tickets going there.
They're so cheap. I remember you guys talking about that.
Yeah, they're like $30 freaking tickets. Like, well, I mean, like there and back, it was $30 each, you know. But still, like going to Denver, just the meme of it, you know.
$60 for an afternoon lunch.
Yeah,
in a different state.
We did end up going. Shai and I, we ended up going to Denver and stayed in an Airbnb there. But as soon as we landed, everything shut down. Every single thing in the city, and just like in the United States, really just shut down all at once. So we couldn't do anything while we were there. We were there for like a week, I think.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we were there for a week and
walking around playing Pokemon Go and doing nothing.
Just doing nothing. Literally, we did walk around at a lot of the parks. That place is beautiful. I want to go back to Denver. We ended up walking around the airport, the Denver airport, the very extremely haunted Denver airport.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's haunted. It's haunted. I'm telling you.
I love that.
It is. There's like a horse there. I don't know if you know about the red-eye horse.
No, I don't.
There's a statue of a horse in front of the Denver airport as you drive in there, and it has red eyes. It's like glowing red. I think they have like lights in it or something. But basically, this horse fell on the guy who made it and killed him.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, that horse is crazy. It's a bad horsey. And so I don't know if anybody ended up finishing it or not, or like if it was completed by the time he died. But this horse killed him, and now the Denver airport, in my opinion, is haunted. Mostly because I have videos. I got videos I've got haunted videos of us walking around the Denver airport. We had to check out of our Airbnb at like 10 o'clock. So and our flight was at like 9 p.m. It was really, really late.
So it's just a big, dark, empty airport.
Yeah, so we were just there for like, I don't even know how many hours, like 10 hours or something.
Damn.
We were just walking around. We were just hanging out there. So
I love that, though.
Yeah, it was pretty fun, actually.
I did that when I was going on the Honduras. We had a layover over in like a Florida airport. That's what we did. We had our flight like at 3 a.m. and we were just there. No, we had a flight was at like, no, the flight was at like 8 or 6 a.m. and we were there at 3 a.m. So we just waited in this big empty airport for a long time.
Yeah,
I love that.
That's what. Yeah. That's.
Send me the video. I'm gonna put that. Like, I'm gonna put when I post to Instagram that I'm gonna.
I'm gonna find those videos for you.
Yeah, and I'll put that as one of the clips.
Because in the video we went to like all the different terminals. Well, I don't know if we went to all the different there's like 3 terminals in the Denver airport, I think, and we went to one of them. It was completely empty. There's not a soul in that terminal. There wasn't any flights going out of that terminal either. But the trains were still running, so we could go to we can go everywhere. We could still technically walk around. You know, it wasn't like anywhere was closed off. But we took the trains there, and on the trains we were like messing around, like taking videos of each other, like flashing our like lights at each other from like opposite ends of the train. We were both in the same car. It was like a 3-car train, and each side of the car had like windows, so you could see into the other trains, or you could see into the other cars in the train. And in these videos, we looked back at them months later, and we noticed people on these cars, and in the other sides of like in the other cars. They weren't there. We don't remember anybody being on those cars. That's why we were like messing around doing that whole thing, because we were the only ones there. We vividly remember there nobody being on that train. But looking back to those videos, there was somebody behind me. I think it was like a blonde lady with like a tan trench coat. I don't remember that at all. Shine doesn't remember that at all. And behind her there was like a black guy. I think the same thing with like a trench coat on. And again, I don't remember that at all. So I think that's like legit haunted footage.
Welcome
I think they were ghosts.
Ghost Hunters podcast.
I think so. We gotta go back to the Denver airport. There's somebody on those trains. There's at least 2 ghosts on that train. So yeah, I'm gonna send you that video, because that was just crazy. Like, looking back to that, I was like, hang on, who was that? Who was that person right there behind me? I don't remember that at all. Do you remember that? And I was like, hey, God, I just can't believe I caught something like that. That was the only encounter of a what is the word?
Third kind.
Third kind, yeah. Encounter of the third kind.
I think it's third kind. I don't remember.
The fourth encounter.
Fourth encounter.
I don't know.
The 6th man.
First encounter.
First encounter of the second kind.
Yeah.
I don't know.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
See, ghosts love counting. So you have to count how many times you've met them.
2 times.
2 times.
For me, actually, I think it's more like 3 times. I think I met another ghost when I was little.
When you meet him the 3rd time, he'll give you a wish.
Yeah.
So you got to go back to that Denver airport.
Yeah, because now I have wishes.
Now you have a wish.
I've seen 3 ghosts so far, so I get a wish, right? Is that how that works?
What are you gonna wish for?
Oh, more wishes probably. That's like the wish, right? That's what everybody does. You wish for more wishes, and then you just.
If you do that, the ghost is gonna open up and eat you. It's like, you greedy son of a bitch.
You get too many.
You get sent to the shadow realm.
Well, what if I wish for more wishes, and then instantly after I wish for him not to eat me? Because then I have more wishes.
You're trying to game the ghost?
I'm trying to game the game, man.
Why would the ghost grant you your wish and then kill you? Why wouldn't he just kill you?
Is it an automatic thing?
No.
It's not? Oh, damn.
I mean, if he's upset that you're trying to like game him for more wishes, why would he grant you the wish in the first place?
All right, I'll wish for him not to eat me.
And okay, that's your wish, and then he disappears.
And then I meet 3 more ghosts, and then I wish for more wishes.
Wait, why would you get 3 more ghosts to give you wishes?
Because I've already.
Good job, you figured out the ghost puzzle. Here are the real 3 wishes.
Yeah, I'm gonna find 3 more ghosts. I have to find them somewhere. I mean, I'm 24, and I've already seen 3 ghosts. I saw one when I was a kid. I think it might have been like sleep paralysis. Honestly, I have no idea. But I woke up in the middle of the night, and I see like a weird shadowy thing walking across my room. And he like sat down at my desk and like said some weird gibberish about food. I don't really remember. This guy was weird. He was a weird ghost. But then he walked away, and I was scared. But yeah, that was the first ghost I've ever seen. And then Well, I guess those other two don't really count because I didn't see them until much later.
Well, I mean, like there's poltergeists people catch on like photographs and stuff like that.
Does that count?
I think so.
Okay.
Kinda.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really believe in ghosts, but like playing by the rules that we know, I think like ghost photography is like a thing.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't. I mean, like actually seeing it in person, not like what I did, where I saw the video later and it was like that was definitely a ghost. I think if I knew that there was a ghost behind me, then that would have counted towards the wishes. But I think with this stipulation, I might only have 2 more ghosts to see before I can make my wishes.
Before you can make your wish, you should just wish for a Nintendo 64.
The green one, the one that's like $500 now.
Is that what they cost now?
I don't know. They probably cost something like that on eBay. It's like a clear green Nintendo 64, and they didn't make very many of them.
You should ask for wish for Elden Ring 2.
Elden Ring 2. I'll wish for Dark Souls 4. Or Bloodborne 2.
Bloodborne on PC. Wish for that.
Yes, Bloodborne on PC. That's my wish. Bloodborne on PC. Just give it to me. Just come on. We can do that. I did that. What is that thing? That is that Sony Play Now thing where you can like stream games.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I bought.
It's still like streaming from the system, so the load times wouldn't be improved.
Oh yeah, it was terrible. Yeah, but I still got that. I mean, I bought the service for like a little bit just so I can play Bloodborne. But then you don't get the DLC, and it's not the same without the DLC.
You need to have a horrible time with the Orphan of Chaos, otherwise it's not a genuine Bloodborne experience.
That's true. Yeah, can't parry.
I never beat Bloodborne. I still have to go back to that.
Bloodborne is cool. Do you have a PS?
No, my roommate didn't. I was playing it on his account.
Oh, okay.
And so, I mean, like nowadays, PS4 with the PS5, PS4s are cheap enough that I could probably just grab one.
I'm thinking about getting a PS4 too.
Yeah.
Just because they're cheap, and also you can get a decent used one since everybody's upgrading.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna get a PS4. Plus, like it's a Bluetooth or not Bluetooth. It's like a Blu-ray player almost. Yeah.
A really expensive Blu-ray player.
Yeah. Well,
Actually, another thing about it, like I don't know. I just moved out, so like I'm trying to like restock a whole bunch of stuff. Like I'm trying to get a new record player because my old one broke.
Oh really?
And, yeah, well it was crap anyway.
Okay.
But like, a new record player, grinder, and like
grinder.
Yeah, for coffee.
Okay.
And not for weed, you stoner.
Well,
stonehead.
I was thinking of the app.
Oh, I gotta save money for grinder.
Yeah, premium.
Gotta drop some money on the grinder premium.
Get 3 different kinds of grinders.
I gotta get 3 different accounts.
Yeah.
For every type, I'm gonna make a coffee grinder, a weed grinder,
and a regular grinder,
and a grinder for gay.
For gay grinder.
Gay grinder. No, I just like I don't know. As I'm moving out, like I'm just thinking about I every day I'm like encountering like new little things. Moving out is cool, but it sucks.
Yeah.
Because like I keep encountering like I don't have any bookshelves because when I moved out I like it was crap, so I just destroyed it. And like I had a bookshelf at my apartment, but that one was also like just not worth bringing over, so I just moved it over to the dumpster. And now that I'm back here, I don't have my old bookshelf, and I have like records and actual books now and things I gotta put up, and I just have them all stuffed in my corner here.
Put it up on your walls. Get like one of those wall shelves.
Wall shelves, maybe.
I love those. Yeah.
But like I feel like the problem with wall shelves is like I feel like they're for like good display pieces for like certain things, but like for like
if you have enough of them.
But I feel like they don't carry enough weight to like hold. Like I have huge art books.
Oh yeah.
And like these things, like I don't think I could. Unless I put them into studs, which I don't think I have enough of to cover my walls here. Like, I don't know. I guess I could do wall shelves if I did that, but that's just a lot of work for
when you can just
not
go
an aesthetic.
to the store.
Yeah,
and
I'd rather just get a bookshelf where I can have
yeah.
multiple more shelves. And honestly, I prefer a bookshelf as the wall. I like wall shelves for certain things. Like if I was gonna hang like a couple art toys, or display a record, but like for like all the like I'm not that well read. I'm not trying to make myself seem smarter than I am. But like for the books that I do have and a bunch of like the other things
it's okay. I don't read either.
I'd rather have bookshelves, like a standing bookshelf.
Yeah, I keep a lot of stuff on my wall bookshelves. And it's mostly like little figurine things, like little trinkets.
Oh yeah, I've gotten plenty of those. Like I remember, you see that on my desk over there. It's like a little pink thing.
Yeah, it's like a what is that?
It's a little art toy. I got it from
It's an ice cream person.
it's from a art. Yeah, it's a little candy cane man.
Little pink person.
It's from a brand called Super Plastic. They do like blind box art toys, and they're not like Funko Pops where they're like referencing things. They're just they got a bunch of artists to make designs for them, and they turn them into little toys.
That's cool.
Yeah, and it's like that's what I like. I like little cool artsy figurines and toys.
Yeah, me too. I like little guys like that.
And so I started buying stuff like that. Like I bought this figurine art toy. I don't have it on display right now. I don't know why I pointed. Can't even see it.
Oh,
but
I just started looking at that.
Yeah, because I know where it is, but like it's hidden by so much stuff that you wouldn't even be able to see it.
It's just behind the wall. It's in the false wall.
Yeah, it's a little art. It's a little art figurine. I don't keep saying art. It's just a toy. It's artistic. A little toy of the Lich King from or the Lich rather from Adventure Time.
Oh yeah.
And it's like I really like that, and I have some JoJo stuff.
I feel like I've seen that before. The Lich guy.
Yeah. You probably have back in my old apartment.
Yeah, I think so. I remember that guy. And he's like cool. You got a lot of little cool guys around.
I do. I like being referential with my nerd stuff, but I also like it to be artsy and tasteful.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
You also have a lot of pins.
I used to love pins. I've been slowing down on that. I haven't bought a pin set in a while. But I got into patches not long after that. But I still like pins. Yeah, I remember that too. I just don't wear pins much. But I still like I have a corkboard right there. I'm probably gonna get a second one just for pins and start buying pins again.
Yeah, I have a lot of stickers on the back of my laptop.
Oh man, I should show you I should bring you to the garage and show you my desk. I took apart my corner desk. I just put every sticker I found and put it on that thing.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I do. Anytime I go to a store or something, I'm like, y'all got stickers around here? Y'all got any of them stickers? Yeah, the back of my laptop is just full of them, but except for like one spot in the very middle, I'm still debating what to put in there.
That's gonna be your centerpiece.
That's gonna be my centerpiece. Yeah, I'm thinking about putting I think I want to put a Vi sticker there. The artist I was mentioning before, Steve Vai. Mm-hmm. He's my favorite artist. Yeah,
that's me right now, where I'm like, oh, I touched the mic too much. Where me right now, I'm like, I started getting tattoos, and I'm like, getting one on like my arm here is really good real estate, and I'm like, what would be important enough that I want to put there? And I'm like, Daft Punk logo.
Yeah, do it. There, you got a big MF Doom thing there too. I want to get a mask tattoo as well. I don't have any right now.
Yeah, no, I was gonna think the Daft Punk tattoo I want to do is really like, it'll be that logo. Have you seen the one where it's like rainbow and silvery?
I think so. Yeah, is that like that's the one with the or the helmet, right?
No, not the helmet one.
Okay.
It's Discovery album, came out like in 2000.
I'm sure if I saw it, I'd recognize it. The only one I can think of right now is the helmet one, Discovery.
No, Discovery. The one with the helmet was Random Access Memories, but Get Lucky on it.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, this is great. I'm taking all this time. Spotify failed on me. I need to move from Spotify. I was gonna get on Tidal. Because they'll take all my playlists and import them, and they've got a better streaming service from what I understand. Spotify's been kind of shit. This is the logo.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah. The problem is I wanted to get the colors accurate too. So that's going to be very expensive to get all those colors and the detail.
Getting a color tattoo?
Yeah.
Well, it's like, it's not full color. I mean, at least that one isn't. So you could probably I don't know how much more a color tattoo is generally. Mm-hmm. But there is, would you get it like on a splash background kind of? Because it is white. So maybe you'd get it black?
I would just get like the letterings. I might do like a little bit of like black around the letterings just to make it pop out more.
You could have a white tattoo.
Maybe
I've seen people do that.
Yeah, I've seen those. I don't think I would want to do a white tattoo. I don't think like it would look good against my like orangier skin. Mm-hmm. But no, that's what I want to do. And like generally, I think tattoos artists mostly charge by the hour. If they have to do color, they do a little bit more because then it's more
different kind of ink, I guess. Yeah,
but
more
like
expensive.
Yeah, it's mainly just how long it would take, and that would take a long time.
Yeah, I don't know. It depends on how big you want to get it too. Oh, I think that's like a big part of it. It's just like how big big it is and how long it'll take to do. Plus, something like that isn't like super intricate. No, I don't think
it's not detailed, but I definitely want it to be accurate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's the thing. It's like I have a bunch of tattoo ideas, but like they're all like I don't have anything for the ideas for like any small tattoos. They're all like recently big ideas. Like I want to get like a commission done of Tigrex from Monster Hunter.
Oh yeah,
and then like
Tigrex is a cool one.
I want to get it done like in a Mayan Aztec style.
Yeah, I think I remember you telling me about that. It was just like it's like kind of the icon that they use in the Monster Hunter games almost.
Yeah.
Like
something like that. I haven't worked the details out fully because getting a commission done alone is going to be expensive, and then finding somebody to tattoo that on is also going to be expensive. Like it's just, I don't have the money to really be doing any of this right now, but I still have the ideas bouncing around in my head.
Yeah. You can always have the ideas. Put it on the bookshelf, you know.
I have them on the bookshelf on my shelf.
Yeah, on your wall shelf. Yeah, just kind of draw it out. I have this one idea for a tattoo. That is pretty much it's a full color. It's like the whole Outrun aesthetic.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, like where it's like purple and it has like the square lines kind of like going out in the distance and there's like mountains and stuff with the setting sun.
Synthwave type stuff.
Yes, I am in love with that aesthetic, and I have this idea of getting like the Dallas skyline behind that setting sun. Yeah,
that'd be nice.
I think so too. Yeah, I think I plus like it's all purples and like oranges and stuff. I think that would look good against like my complexion, like my skin color.
I've been wanting, like, I'm not gonna live in Dallas forever, but I've been wanting to get something to sort of commemorate my time here.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's also because like I just like it holds a place in my heart. You know, I grew up here, DFW all the way. You know, just like from start to now, I've always been here. So I kind of want to have something for that, but also 80s aesthetic Outrun is just my favorite.
That'd be a good pairing. I
think so too. And I looked it up actually. Well, not that I looked it up, but I noticed the other day. I was like, you know what? Getting something like that isn't 100% accurate because the sun doesn't set on that side.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
No, I mean it doesn't even really matter. Like anytime you see a silhouette of the Dallas skyline, they always have the Reunion Tower way too close.
Yeah.
Like you'd have to go from a very specific angle to even get like close to what the silhouettes look like. But like most of the time, because the Reunion Tower is like on the outskirts of downtown Dallas.
Yeah.
So
every
single skyline,
like kind of small too. Like not that building is small, but like compared to everything else, like it's
not as towering.
It certainly stands out though. I think that's the whole thing is that it from like how far it is, it does look like it's as big as the other towers because it's just closer.
Yeah, every time I see this silhouettes of the skyline, it's like the giant bridge and then the Reunion Tower.
Yeah, just the massive Reunion Tower.
Yeah,
and then just like maybe Fountainhead or something, and then the Chase Building.
Yeah, no, it's like accuracy isn't really the main important thing. It's all just about the identifying buildings. So I wouldn't worry too much about your 80s like your 80s synthy like purple skyline. Like it's all about just the meaning and the aesthetic.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not shooting for artistic accuracy here.
Isn't there one building in there that's always green?
The one with the green neons alongside.
Yeah,
I think it shifts from like green to blue.
Yeah, that and also the Ball Tower or the Reunion Tower they always do different things. I'm thinking about getting like a star on it, like Dallas stars, like in green.
Oh, okay. So you'd have like color on the Reunion Tower too.
Yeah.
Or designs on the Reunion Tower.
Yeah. I don't know.
You gotta get this idea down to pen. There's a lot of variability with it.
Could be cool. There's a lot of different things I have bouncing around for that idea.
I was just thinking
it's getting there.
I was just thinking it'd be like a black silhouette of the skyline and then like the sunrise coming over in all purples. But like if you're gonna be doing detail on it, the city, that's gonna be a lot. Man,
the more detail I have, the bigger it would have to be.
Yeah.
But I should get all the details down before.
Get a back tattoo of like that.
Yeah, just a full thing of just the Dallas skyline.
I could never do a back tattoo.
I don't think I would either. I mean, I want to be able to. If I'm gonna get a tattoo, I want to be able to see it.
It's not even that. It's just like I don't know what I'd love enough. Or I don't know what I would even put back there. Like the only thing I can think of is like Yakuza style back tattoos, and
like a full art piece kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, it's just I don't know what I would want to get an art piece of. Like I'm sure if I could come up with something, I would. But like I just don't know what I'd want that would take up that much space.
Yeah. Like a traditional style kind of whole thing. I don't really know what a Yakuza back tattoo is.
There are ones where it's like a dragon or like a koi fish that just covers the back of the Yakuza members, and they have like designs that come up to like their arms of like swirls and stuff.
Oh, okay. So it's like a whole piece.
Yeah, they're very, very beautiful, but like they are for the Japanese Yakuza, and like it's kind of like really.
It's delving into
it's disrespectful, but it's also exactly.
Yeah.
But it's more than that. It's like if you get caught in Japan with that,
yeah,
they will get you. like this random like
You could do
American
a mine
dude
style,
comes in.
kind of like a whole thing on your back.
Yeah. I don't know. I remember seeing somebody do a back tattoo of like they were from Grenada, but they spent a lot of time in Canada, and so they did like a really beautiful matchup of like a bunch of their ancestors' faces.
Grenada?
Yeah. It's like a Caribbean sort of a country, and like it was just like picked, and like they just pictures of their ancestors like etched onto their back, and it was awesome. Like it was a real. It's hard to describe. It's been once I've seen it, but it was just a really beautiful piece. I was like, that would be if I had a better, clearer idea of like my ancestry, I probably want to do something like that too.
Yeah,
but like I don't, and like
do you know where you come from? Like as far as like your ancestors go, like at all, like do you know like the region?
Yeah, I understand that like missionaries came over to that area, and it's a lot of Afro-Latin influences and stuff like that. But I just like it's a really cool tattoo idea, but it just also doesn't feel me.
Okay.
Like I like it. It's a cool back tattoo idea. But
it's a cool idea, but it's not quite there yet.
It's not. Yeah, it's not something I would get.
Yeah.
I just don't know what. That's the thing. I don't know what I would like to be back there.
Yeah.
It's beginning of back tattoo is very cool.
You got to figure that out first. Yeah. What you would want, if you would even.
If I wouldn't want that. For now, I'm just good keeping things to my arms. Mm-hmm. You know, and a little bit on my chest.
Yeah. Get a chest tattoo.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd want anything on my chest, personally. I think it would just be my arms and my legs, maybe.
Like my biceps. I wouldn't like go to my belly or anything like that.
Yeah.
Or my neck. I basically want like
face tattoos.
I want to be able to come. My friend said he's gonna get face and neck tattoos, and I'm like, oh my god,
eyeball tattoos.
He'll look really cool. Like he's living in a way that like he can totally just sustain himself. He doesn't need to get like a desk job or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
But like it's just like, man, you just
if you can make it work. Yeah, I mean,
he's not gonna do anything.
It depends on what you got, you know.
He's not doing anything Cholo style. I think he's gonna get like dots and like.
Yeah, I was gonna say some teardrops come down.
No, he's not gonna do that.
He hasn't killed anyone. All right.
He's not gonna get like. He's not gonna get hate on his neck and then cross out the E so it just says hat.
Hat.
He's not gonna do that.
He's not gonna do that.
No, he's not gonna make a Baby Driver reference.
Oh, I haven't seen Baby Driver.
Oh, cool.
Is that what he did?
It's a character who does that. Hat. He said he had a hard time getting jobs because his neck said hate, so he got hat. He crossed out the E.
Just like a really crude, like it's still obvious.
Yeah, it just says hat. It's like, why does your neck tattoo says hat? It's like, yeah.
It's just a black, like, just scribble out.
You know what? That'll be my back tattoo. Big. It'll say hate.
Hat.
It'll say hate vertically, and I'll cross out the E, so it just looks like I have a big square tramp stamp and a hat right on top of it.
Yeah, a hat, like a, like a, what's his name? From, oh God, why am I blanking on this? Let's Cook, Jesse. You know what I'm talking about?
I'll get
Jesse.
Breaking Bad.
I'll
get his that face when he's making it the sad face.
Which one? Oh yeah.
Before he collapses, I'll get that face tattooed on my back. That'll be
does things. Hank does something which I won't. I mean that show's been out for a while.
Yeah, but I haven't finished it.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, yeah. I'm glad I didn't spoil anything right there.
Good, yeah. I heard it coming on when I was like, "Don't do it."
Well, you know, that's Well,
I know a couple of things.
I'll stop right here.
Yeah, let's stop at that.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, we should probably stop this podcast because I think we're running.
Okay, it's 1. Yeah.
Oh my God.
It is 1 o'clock.
Okay, all right. Yeah, no. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Bye.
All right, bye. Bye.